Hey there folks, welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Vesperia. I'm MysteriousJG. We are in the Labyrinth of Memories, and it's not going that well. The Breaker memory is the first boss to really give us a hard time, and now that I look at it, it seems like a lot of different paths lead to it, so it's probably one of the tougher enemies in this place. But probably not the toughest, I'm thinking. Yeah. Anyway, so we're just not getting the item drops we need. We need 15 fake golds, and they're just a random drop that you get sometimes. So at this point, I think we could almost be there. If like we got really lucky and had fake gold drop every time it was possible for it to drop, we'd be almost ready to go. As it is, we're at least 2/3 of the way through this thing, and we still haven't gotten it to drop once. So I think we'll be going through this place multiple times, but no point in complaining. We might as well just get going. And part of what we have to do here... Well, first of all, we gotta... No, never mind. There's only one exit. I was looking at the map. It's like, well, have to figure out which exit. No, there's only the one exit. So that's not gonna be a big deal. Panacea bottles? Whatever. And as you can see, we got the thing that you get for opening a certain percentage of treasure chests, so I don't care anymore about... Damn it. We're just not getting fake gold. So, Miracle Gel. Judith. But we'll need to think about getting more TP for the bungholes of several characters. Just in case, we'll go all the way to the bottom and see, was there another treasure chest past that boss monster? But I don't think there was. Nope. So yeah, that was the wrong way to go because it got stuck. Yep, we're just gonna have to keep going. Hoping for the best, I guess. You know, if I had separation anxiety, having finally beaten the game after about 200 videos, and deciding to do a little bit of post-game stuff before we said goodbye for reals, this is, boy, this is sure liable to fix the... Oh, I should have gone north, or up. There might have been more stuff to do. So there's gonna be another boss type guy here, so just kind of be on the lookout. Oh, well there you are, boss type guy. Cuzio, why you hurt Cuzio? Cuzio has returned from hell. Yeah. Anyway. I'm going to assume my guys can handle Guzio because it's not going to absorb a lot of their attacks. And just go back to my constantly casting Nightingale strategy. But maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I could just do this constant healing with Estelle crap for the first few screens and then switch to being taking it more seriously and manually controlling Yuri, so he's on the attack. But man, look at the damage Yuri deals. When the AI for Yuri finally does attack, he just wrecks shit. For a minute, I thought that was the battle being over. No, it's over-limiting. I gave him the thing that increases item drop rate, and... Oh, it uses that spell, eh? Let's just for a moment, no, I want to cast something other than that. How do I do the one that, recover? Yeah.
That wasn't too bad.
Never mind, I didn't even get a chance. I don't know how much Mabel Curry I can do, but I'm thinking I'll have to actually go back and get ingredients. Nothing's dropping the fake gold! I mean, that was the thing, right? Wasn't fake gold, like... part of how this was meant to work? I want to actually... How do I actually use her art when she's in this slot? How do I actually use the art? Nah, forget it. I'll just give him a freaking weak bottle in. You know what, actually? I think it's time we just let Estelle go back to being computer controlled and just assume that we've done enough, and that since I'm going to have to go through this place a million more times anyway, I don't need to get Estelle enough healing to get her healing costume in one run, because it's going to take more than one run to do this. We'll stick with that for you for now. Although, you know what? It doesn't seem to affect the drop rate for the string. Maybe it does. And I'll be in even worse shape without this. But I feel like the smart thing to do is to go back to having the no status thing. Because it means that I can just make Yuri spam attacks like nuts. And since he's our damage-dealing beast, it's just a good idea. Anyway, this is one of those screens where there's only one way to go, so once we find it, we just need to look carefully for all the treasure chests that may be here. There's gotta be a treasure chest here, game. Don't be a dick. I don't see a treasure chest here. Alright, well, the game's being a dick. There's no treasure chest here. Unless it's over here somewhere. Oh, there's one. And it's got a drain charm, which is not fake gold, which is what we frickin' need. Seriously, it's still just that one fake gold, isn't it? Yeah. I played maybe half an hour at tops of this off-screen before we got here in the LP. I was playing around, experimenting. And I got more fake gold than we have now. So, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, hey, we're in the forest. I wonder what kind of dangers we will encounter here. Perhaps none. Perhaps it's a totally safe place to be. Oh, hey, Estelle. You're our friend, right? No, you're not. You are not our friend. It's Esteli's memory. This is, of course, brain-drained, crazy Estelise, who is under the control of Alexei. She should be like the frickin' easiest boss ever. Kill me! And now, of course, we've got real Estelle to help us fight her. Real Estelle is attacking rather than healing because, you know, she doesn't like the idea of fake Estelle showing up and trying to kill us, I suppose. So, that wasn't too bad. Man, I enjoyed beating the hell out of your doppelganger, Estelle. I don't know what that says about us, but...
I can do even better than...
Ooh, no fake gold, though. Just... There's the exit. Can't go any further that way. Obligated to explore the room fully looking for treasure chests because it would appear that this is the only damn chance we have of getting fake gold. The fact that I looked at said there's a chance of it dropping when you fight boss creatures. It's just not happening. Oh, there's two different ways out, though. Which one do we want? We want the northwest exit as opposed to the northeast exit. I guess that means this one? I just mean the northwest exit in order to see, like, the westernmost path. Well, there's one room we accidentally skipped over. It was one of the air crenets. it did not have a boss marked on this map, which means that there would have been regular enemies there. And if that thing is called Hermit, which would make sense, it's a big crab, then yeah, I did actually successfully figure that out. So I'm actually going through the slightly longer, and therefore I would think more difficult path at the end. Hermit memory, indeed. But I'm going to run... I actually can't scan everybody, because I'm not going to have enough magic lenses. So we might have to go back through this path again if I wanted to scan everything, which I don't really care about, so whatever. That's an interesting attack. Holy cow! It would appear that my panic that the bosses were getting tougher that was brought on by that breaker enemy was ill-founded. It was based on the fact that it had shifting elemental weaknesses that the AI couldn't keep up with. But in general, the bosses are still a cakewalk when you've got Yuri using his fell arm weapon. Oh, we haven't actually won this yet. It's just... Oh, there we go. Never mind, we won it. I think at this point, if I feel like it's okay for me to go shop for ingredients between runs through this place, I can cast Mabo Curry every time. Well, cast. And there's that item I was like desperately trying to get to drop to craft Estelle's best shield. Now it just pops up and I don't need it anymore. And when I did need fake gold. Oh. I don't care. See, it's a big fuckload of real gold. I don't care about real gold. I have no use at this point in the game for real gold. I mean, yeah, technically I said I was going to go buy more ingredients. But... like, tiny little bits of gold is enough for that. Here's another enemy. Another boss. From this point on, there's nothing left but boss fights before we get out of this place, so. How many of these have I got left? No, one. So no, I actually would have to, if I really want to like scan every enemy, I'd have to go through this exact path again. And you know what? I'm going to save this for a later enemy in this path, just in case it's going to be more dangerous for us. So we will fight this thing without knowing its elemental weakness, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't absorb anything. Was being that close, did that mean that I was underneath its attack? In theory, I could make this even easier if I did the 200-man melee first, because it actually gives us some cool treasure rewards that might... I know, for example, Yuri will get a new attack he doesn't have yet. Bolt Tree Crush. Well, it didn't work because I mistimed the button smash, I guess. Switching over to Lone Wolf. Oh, you can use one shell if you want to sell, I don't care. Yay! Rare metal. Combo Master. Great. Got a new title, Combo Master. That's fine. Pretty sure that doesn't come with a new title. Just in case, we'll check. Gives him his normal costume back, but you know what? Let's go with normal costume for a while. Again, fuckloads of real gold, which I don't care about at all. Alright. Well, there's an enemy. So, yeah. Not a lot of ambiguity about where we have to go in this one. Ah. Oh, whatever, Stell. Don't have a lot of good air techniques. Yeah, she gets like spam Azure Edge. Seems to be working. Its weak spot is me using Azure Edge when I have the frickin' Fell Arms equipped. I mean, I'm up close using Azure Edge and it's still working. There we go. The son of victory, the son of victory, the son of victory, the son of victory.
Ooh, that's...
Again, no. Yes! There you go! Fake gold, finally. And it's an information thing. It doesn't appear as a normal drop, which means it's not affected by the Hunter monocle, which means there's no point in having any of those equipped. It took long enough. And, you know, I should have known that's how it worked because it did happen for me last time. Sorry, my off-screening. But what can I say? It happened, but I didn't. It happened, but not like often enough that I remembered. If I had another of those symbols that prevents you from getting stops you from getting status effects, I'd give it to her. This will prevent physical ones. You know what? That's what I care about with her, isn't it? Well, I don't remember which ones are which. Prevents weak and contamination. I'll go with this one. I don't know how often it happens, but it's just a little boost that you get periodically during battle. That sounds good to me. We will give her some orange gels. You guys as well. Fake gold? 2 in 1 screen? No, too much to hope for. Exit's got to be up here. There's no place else for it to be. And now we're on the roof. The roof is on fire. Let's take you on, buddy. Yeah, I think the Fell Arms are making a big difference here. Because I remember in my off-screening not really feeling that terribly challenged, but at the same time, I didn't get anywhere near this deep in, and the bosses have definitely gotten tougher. Just spamming Azure Edge is genius. This thing won't let me get up. When it does that, I feel like doing the shiny thing. Man, my party seems to be in trouble.
The sign of victory.
Okay, we got out alright. I failed to cook Mabo curry, but I got a new title, Legendary Swordsman, so that's pretty sweet. I guess we'll check real quick and see if that comes with a new costume, but I kind of doubt it. I think the ones that come with a new costume usually involve plot scenes as opposed to just it happens on its own. Treasure chest. Special gel. And this is, I guess, an area from the... oh, it's a gas frost roof. Never mind. I thought this was from Heracles, but I think the last location was Heracles Control, yeah. And now guess who we get to fight? It's Alexei. And he's actually a regular old enemy who will, like, run up to us, and we don't get to dizzy him, though, unfortunately. It's a memory of Alexei. Don't you? We all have fond memories of Alexei, of course. He was such a great guy. Lots and lots of talking. Estelle, why are you trying to attack? I mean, you can attack with magic if you want, but like the Star Stroke? Okay, Alexei's not really being that big of a deal. I was a little nervous, because I knew he was one of the guys we'd have to face on certain paths. I was a little nervous, to tell you the truth, because we'd had enough problems with some of the Giganto Redux. But he's kind of being a winner. I guess if he can be stun-locked, he's going to be easy. Yep. Well, you're kind of finished, buddy.
We just ripped them apart.
And I think that's it. I think if you don't have 15 gold and you beat Alexei, there's one other guy that you can beat along sort of the other path. You're done. Spring of Wisdom, man.
I'm even stronger.
Stronger and stronger. So I think if we leave here now, oh, I don't really know. It's never happened before, but we got a treat. All right. No, sorry, something was scratching on my cheek there. I thought it might have been my headset, but it didn't seem like it was. So we'll look over here in case there's another treasure chest. There is not. So what's the difference between these two paths? You can exit if you use this. Do you want to exit? No. Although I guess we do, because I want to go restock some stuff. But what if we go here? Well, what if we try to go up here? There may be another treasure chest. There isn't. You need a large amount of gold to advance further, and they mean fake gold. So yeah, this is it. Had we 15 fake golds in our possession, we could fight the actual boss of this place. But since we don't, we are forced to exit. And that kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? So yeah, what are you going to do? Well, I mean, we're going to restock and go in and try again. There's nothing else to do. You just have to keep fighting, and there's a random chance every time you open a treasure chest and every time you beat one of those boss-type enemies that you'll get that little information dialogue and get more fake gold. Because as you saw, we got fake gold from a plot event, then one time we got that little dialogue, and now we have 2. And you need, I think, 15. So I don't know what the normal drop rate is, but I think we just got very unlucky there. I think normally you would get it more often than we did. Hopefully we'll have a better drop rate next time. We need lots more magic lenses. We need more ingredients for Mabel curry and the other stuff that we do. I think we need to start cooking after every battle, whether we need to heal or not. I'll start cooking like... you know, you might not even have 15 battles when you go through, which means I might be able to afford Mabel curry every time. Or better yet, if I'm not low on health, just get something to boost physical attack. That might be wise. And what I'll do before we go back in and start another round of this nonsense, because I should really consider... I'm up for playing more tonight, but I kind of think I'll get myself trapped in a, like, you must keep going... Yeah, like, I'll need to do an entire loop through that dungeon before every opportunity to save and quit. And it wasn't a super quick prospect. I think I've got enough time for one more run, though, before calling it a night. But yeah, so much for my notion that this was going to be my last play session of Tales of Vesperia. The post-game is going to have enough that it'll require a separate session. Meantime, let's lead with Estelle. And talk to people in town. Because I don't know precisely how to get this scene to pop, but... if it just involves coming in here, I haven't done it yet. Which kind of sucks, because I was hoping that was done, because I wouldn't have to worry about, you know, trying to maximize my healing with Estelle. Well, you know what, folks? I'm going to call it a video here. It's just a little short, but that's okay. Next time, I either will have... because I'm going to read up on the interwebs how you actually get the title we're missing for Estelle. And next time, we'll either be back in that dang dungeon again, or I'll be showing you the scene where you unlock that thing for Estelle, and then going back to that dungeon. Either way, next time we'll be back in the Dungeon of Memories, Labyrinth of Memories, whatever it's called. See you then, folks. Bye-bye.